So my name's Jay. I own a fitness company called Recon Health and Fitness. My background's actually construction. I owned a custom millwork company here in Calgary, Alberta for about 17 years. Always been in the gym since I was young. It actually became more of a passion than my millwork did, which is what kind of converted me from construction into completely health and fitness. For the last 5 years, I've spent most of the time patenting and engineering some products that are all band-based. I'm an athletic coach, a strength coach, so I teach muscle development. We really focus on injury prevention and proper muscle development. So that's kind of how we got really deep into band training and starting to understand the benefits of that time under tension for proper muscle development. I started millwork because it was a family trade. So I was 15 years old, 14 years old, working in houses, doing woodwork for the family. Started my company when I was about 19 or 20. I'm 45 right now, so that ran for about 17 years, very successful. Again, I didn't really make that choice. It was something that I just kind of evolved into based on history of family and being in the trades. About 5 years ago, I don't want to use the term revelation, but I guess something kind of happened to me that broadened my horizons in terms of, did I really make this choice to be in construction, or did I just organically evolve into it because that was what the family did? And at that point, I kind of looked at life and I said, you know what? I'm so passionate about fitness and my own personal health that I'm going to transition out of this and I'm going to make the choice to be in health and fitness. And there came Recon Health and Fitness. So recon is the root word of reconnaissance. It is a military word for, man, dive in and find everything out that you can about that scenario or that situation. And that's what I did. When I transitioned from construction, I spent all of my time researching and diving into band training. And what started that was, when I got out of construction, my body kind of started playing tricks on me. My nervous system was starting to kind of give me some problems, and the tension in my body was just locking up on me. After seeing a doctor and understanding that the tension was just too much for my body to handle, I started band training, because band training pulls that tension out of the muscle through a workout or through rehabilitation or just the use of a band. It's literally pulling that tension out. And my passion just got so much deeper for it because it was literally helping me at that point. And I'm not a traditional Western medication kind of guy. So I just dove deeper into the reconnaissance of band training. And there came Recon Health and Fitness. So Recon Health and Fitness, Recon's been around for about 5 years now. I've been in the background developing products, developing the method, the system of time under tension, patenting all of our products. That was a very long process. That was probably 3 years of the last 5 that it took for us to engineer the products in the way that I wanted. Coming from a construction background, my brain it works that way. It puts mechanics together real well. So, we spent 3 years patenting all the products, bringing an actual system together. The thing with the industry and band training is that there's so much out there on social medias. You can go to anybody's social media page and, every third post, they're going to use a band in some sort of movement, which is fantastic nowadays because everybody goes to social media. Where it falls short is that it ends there. And with Recon, we wanted to take that further. We're an innovative company. That's what I am. Our products are innovative. So we didn't want to just stop at every third post being some sort of banded movement. We wanted to make that a system, a method that is easily accessible to the entire public, all demographics, from children all the way up to professional athletes to injured seniors. And that's what we've done, and that's the difference between Recon Health and Fitness and our banded system and everything else that you kind of see in the industry with just a band. We've brought a method and a system that everybody can follow, a uniformed platform, if you will, where everybody can use. We can look at social media and it's proven that band training it's just one of the top methods out there. Every high profile athlete is using a band in some way. The problem is, again, there's no method and there's no system. There's no uniform to it. So you'll see people just tying a band around a rack or tying a band around the bottom of the foot on their couch. It's not traditional. It should be, and that's why we're, bringing it out to the surface 2024. Let's use the scenario of rehabilitation. You have an injured shoulder. First thing you do is you go to therapy. And your therapist will tell you, we need to see you every Thursday for the next 10 weeks. And they're gonna send you home with that little thin band. It's a thin paper and it's square and they're gonna send you home and say, do these movements. So if we think about that from a rehabilitation standpoint, your physician is literally telling you, use a band, use time under tension to rehabilitate that injured muscle, injured tendon, whatever it may be. What society hasn't caught on to is, why don't we take that methodology and carry that forward into strength conditioning and muscle development and high-level profiled athletes and get them using that. I mean, our practitioners are telling us to use it. So let's explode that and let's expose that. And that's what we're doing here. So like I said, we spent 5 years developing it to this point. We are known in the industry, but we're not known yet for time under tension and band training. We are a little bit, and that's by choice. We've held back because we wanted to complete the entire system, the actual method, the plug and play system that we've developed, which we'll introduce, down the road a little bit to you guys. In terms of how do you get a hold of us and our products, our business model is first quarter of 2024. We will be releasing these products, educating the public on time under tension and how to actually adapt these bands to equipment. Our equipment is all innovative and new. The public has not seen what we've done yet. They will in a couple months. But until then, and for the past 2 years, my model has been adaptive band training. So I'll go into clubs, I'll go into gyms, I'll go to sports teams, I'll go to high-level athletes, and I teach them how to take the resistance band and adapt it to equipment, like you'll see in the gym. How to wrap it around the bench to get that time under tension still, right? So we start there with the education, is understanding what time under tension does to muscle fiber, and then showing the public how to adapt that time under tension, those bands, to your current equipment. In terms of expensive and cost, I'll tell you right out of the gate, it's gonna be cheaper. It's like, let's just get down to the brass tacks of it. You pay for an iron plate at almost $2 a pound right now, which a 45-pound plate, you're talking $90. I can give you the same result out of one of our bands that's $14. So cost perspective, yeah, you're way better off to go time under tension and a band. It's accessible for everybody, and Recon, the reconnaissance was everything from rehabilitation to strength conditioning and healthy development of the muscle. So our products are not just gym based. We have developed practitioner products for clinics, for rehabilitation. That's one line that we have coming out March of 2024. And we've also developed a whole strength conditioning line of equipment that is, again, all band-based and time under tension. So we've actually spent the time to make sure that our system and our products are adaptable to all demographics, from children all the way up to, like I said, your injured seniors. From a cost perspective, you have home versions, commercial facility versions of the product, and then you have, your traveling versions of the product. We made it so that every demographic can get their hands on it and can afford it. So our focus, first quarter of 2024, like I said, we've harvested and engineered all of these products for all demographics, all facilities. The passion really came from a rehabilitation perspective for myself. Recovering myself and rehabilitating my own tension, my own nervous system by using time under tension really hit home for me. At that point, I have a 14-year-old daughter today, and she didn't know it, but when she was younger and I had her training under bands, you know, she's hanging from the ceiling on a band, having no idea that her lats are being engaged. And today she's plays club volleyball, and the strength that she has, I don't think she understands it. So the passion really starts from a young age for us. We want to teach that demographic. The model was to get this system into the hands of trainers, which is why I focus my training towards trainers, because really they're the vehicle to the rest of the demographic. So if we can teach the trainers, then the trainers can actually get that system and get this method out to the general public. And that's where the passion really comes in, because there's too many injuries happening. And you know, the industry doesn't really look at it properly, in my opinion. We just kind of band-aid it with chiropractor and physio and you know, medication. And that's okay, and sometimes that's necessary. We understand that, but let's focus on injury prevention. Let's unpack this problem and start from ground zero. And that's what the first, you know, 3-4 months of 2024 is about, because we're making relationships with the right people and the right companies right now to get that education out from a practitioner perspective and from a medical perspective. In terms of how do you get a hold of us, our business model has been, you know, a business to business approach. Like I said, we want to get it in the hands of the medical industry. We want to get it into the hands of the training industry, to the trainers and the clubs, because they're the ones that are going to expose it to the majority of the demographic. Following our business model, the end of the first quarter of 2024, all of our products will be available to the general public. Once this video is seen, and I say that because we chose to introduce ourselves at this moment. So from this moment forward, to find out more about us, we do have a website at reconhf.ca, and you can go there to find out more about the company. In terms of time under tension and the Recon system, if you follow me starting now, you're going to start to learn more about the system. And when we introduce it towards the end of March, it's going to be available for purchase to the general public. And at that point, you're going to know everything about it, and you're just going to be ready to jump on board.